Hey guys, what is up? Zane here, and today I will be showing you the no power strat. So for these early rounds, all you really want to do is you just want to train in the yard, aka spawn. But if you can't manage to train in this area to where I'm at, in Noct, you can. But when you're in Noct, there's one door you have to keep shut in Noct. Because if you don't keep it shut, this high round strat is just a waste of time, and there's no point of even doing it. So if you guys know, there's a door that leads up from Noct all the way into the other high round strat, which as you guys probably know, it's like the main high round strat for this map, up by to where you can buy all your perks and just buy them like that instead of having to traverse the whole entire map, aka the on top of Noct strat. That's what I'm gonna call it, the on top of Noct strat. So you're just on top of Noct and you're just shooting the ray gun using your ring of fire with the packed ray gun, you know what I'm saying? The door leading up to that, straight inside of Noct, you cannot buy, but you can buy the door leading into Noct, but that's really it. So you do need to buy the door leading into Noct in order to do this strat, but you need to keep the door going up the stairs. And I know I'm putting emphasis on this, I'm repeating it as much as I can, because if you buy that door, you gotta restart your game, because this strat is impossible and it's honestly just a waste of time. And if you're doing this strat wrong, it's like, I just wouldn't do it at that point, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, let's get straight into the strat. You can either train outside of Noct for these early rounds, but you're mainly going to be inside Noct for the high round. It's honestly just my personal preference. For beginning though, I would definitely train in yard for these early rounds all the way up until 20, and then I'll get into that when we do. So to start it off, for the big rounds, all you really need to do is you need to make sure you have Ring of Fire on when you are doing this. I'd get it to tier 3 because that just helps out a lot, and it's not really that hard to get it to tier 3, especially if you're doing no power. It's not, or you're just playing the game normally, you should be fine to get it to tier 3. But once you get it to tier 3, that's what you'll be needing for these high rounds, mainly to kill the Megaton, because the Megaton is a nuisance because of how much health he has. But he wouldn't be a zombie boss if he didn't have as much health as he did. But anyways, let's get straight into the strategy. So before we get into that, we have to show you guys how to kill the Megaton. Now I would save up your salvage for a chopper gunner, because the chopper gunner is going to be crucial for killing the Megaton, and I'll show you guys how I kill the Megaton in my game. First I would split him, and then I'd use that chopper gunner to easily take him out, then pick up the golden card, go pick up the golden remote, as you guys know, to get the Die Wonder weapon. And luckily you can still do it with no power, because they just did fix it in a recent update. They were probably hearing my plea. So all jokes aside, pick up the remote. Once you have the remote, do the Die Wonder weapon and how you get it. And once you get that, you should have the Die Wonder weapon, and then this stretch really begins. Also, if you do notice, I have the War Machine, and that's going to be really crucial for these high rounds and these early rounds as well, because it's just going to have you skimming through them, because these rounds are going to be so easy. And again, I will be showing you guys how to kill the Megaton, and honestly, once you get into the high rounds, there's no point in using the chopper gunner to kill the Megaton, because he literally just walks outside the map for some reason. He's like, you know what? Since he's using the chopper gunner, I'm just going to walk outside the map. Like, I don't know why he does that. But if you notice how I have a War Machine, I'll be showing you guys how to use that soon, because the War Machine is going to be really crucial, and there's a specific way you use the War Machine, so it's not like I'm saying like, oh, you don't know how to use a War Machine, because actually you don't, because this way is very specific. But I'll be showing you guys how to do that, and this is a strat I have come up with myself, and I didn't find anything else on this other than just personal research, which is the only reason why I downed in this game, because I was trying to find out the best strat for you guys and the most plausible strat. So anyways, before we get into this, I'm going to be showing you guys me getting the Die Wonder weapon. Also, if you guys did notice, I walked in there when I had the Ring of Fire on, and I had the War Machine, because I was trying to play it as safe as possible. And now I know you can just like hoard up in there. You can just hoard up the zombies and you can activate the die trap. So I didn't know before that you can just hoard up the zombies in there like you can on the Noct, because I thought it would just be a lot harder. But it's actually really not. So you can just train them up, and then you can just activate the die trap once you're walking out of the room, and then all of the zombies that were there are just gonna die. So it's just a lot easier, and I will show you what I mean once I get into the higher rounds and basically just how you train, and it's not really that hard either. So anyways, as I'm picking up the Die Wonder weapon now, I will start to begin the strategy. So now that we got everything set, we got the Die Wonder weapon, and then you'll be getting the ray gun later on, and that one's self-explanatory. You just wait until 25, you just spam the box like with 2k points. Once you spin it with 2k points on 25, on 26, you just spam it again, because then at that point you'll be getting only gold and purple. And if you have to, I'd use like 1k on round 23, just to, you know, just to seal the deal, just in case if you don't get it on, just in case if you're still getting blue weapons on 25, and say you restarted and you're like, actually that didn't really work. But once you spend like 1k points on 24, and you definitely spend it on 25, on 26 you're gonna be getting the ray gun, and because you're only gonna be getting purple and gold. Now don't spend too much of your points. I'd spend like 1k, and then on 25 I would spend 2k, but the reason is because like you get so much points, and I would not replenish your ammo by buying ammo for the ray gun, at least until the somewhat high rounds, or unless you really need to. But anyways, as right now I'll be showing you guys the main high round strategy for the map. So what you want to do is you want to fill up your ring of fire just by killing zombies in spawn, and with your Die Wonder weapon. Once you do that, bring them with you to the spot, and you can just start killing them like crazy. So now, before I show you guys how to kill the Megaton, because the Megaton's, you know, self-explanatory, and there will be a specific way to kill them at 52, which is honestly pretty easy. Anyone can really do it. So here's what you want to do with the War Machine, and I will just be breaking it down. So you basically just want to hoard up in this area to where I'm at, inside of Knocked, and you can do this in 52 as well. It's not really going to change at all. Honestly, nothing really changes for the strat. Strat's self-explanatory. It stays exactly the same because you don't have broken dogs chasing after you, and you don't have a Megaton every other second, so it's not really that crazy of a strat. But you just hoard them up at Knocked, as I do, and once you're hoarding them up at Knocked, I do need to put kind of emphasis on this. You need to make sure they're all bundled up together. They're like all affixed to each other, because if they're not affixed to each other, and then you have like basically zombies that are still spawning in, then that's not really that great of an idea. So I would just make sure that all of the zombies that are in there, there's no other zombies spawning in, and once that's the case, hoard up the zombies as I do, and then just mow them down. And that's literally the strat, and then it's just rinse and repeat, and that's mainly how you do the strat. And you can begin the strat early if you want. It doesn't really matter whatever round you begin this on, because I found this out in the higher rounds, unfortunately, so I really don't know if this works in the early rounds, but I guarantee you it will, because it's a lot easier in the early rounds, and they go at a lot more of a slower pace. But if you guys want to just kill them in the yard in the early rounds like I did, you guys can, and then you just mow them down with the War Machine, and that's pretty much it for the strategy. And once your Ring of Fire is ready, because you need to focus on your Ring of Fire, because that's how you're mainly going to be getting your salvage, and how you're going to be getting a lot of kills. So it's basically, you got two ways to mow them down: the War Machine, and you also have the Ring of Fire. So I will be showing you guys that now, just that way you guys can understand it, because honestly, if you just look at it, it's really self-explanatory, so I just don't want to break it down too much and put too much emphasis. But I would definitely go in and out of Knocked, but if you can stay in Knocked, you can, but it just doesn't really work for right now. If somebody can find out something, a way to stay inside of Knocked, you can just stay inside Knocked the whole entire time until you need to, you know, get a War Machine and whatnot. But yeah, this is basically the strat, and I will be showing you guys it, and hopefully it's self-explanatory and I do not need to dive in it deeper. But if you have any questions, let me know. And yes, and you're basically just set for these high rounds, to be honest, and the rounds are pretty much the same. and then I will be getting into how you kill the Megaton, because that is the only other nuisance that is in this higher round strategy, and that's pretty much it. So the way for taking out the Megaton is you have got to be using your Die Wonder weapon, because that's the way you're going to be killing this guy. The ray gun sucks because of how much it costs. It's not worth killing the Megaton with it. It's honestly just a waste of time, and because, you know, the ray gun needs buffed, you know, it needs to be 5,000. When it's unpacked, for some reason it's 10,000. That doesn't really make sense, and because it's not really that overpowered, honestly. It's decent at best, but, you know, I mean, it kills the zombies. I would definitely kill that if you're like just hoarding up the zombies, as I was. But if you want to kill this Megaton, essentially just use your Die Wonder weapon and do exactly as I do, and that's the way you're going to be taking him out. And then I will show you guys how to kill him at 52, and also killing him at this round that I'm on is exactly the same at 20. It's just, you know, it's going to be a little bit easier, I guess, because, you know, the zombies aren't going to be crazy, or a little bit faster. But essentially, once he splits, because, you know, for this first part, you just gotta use your Die Wonder weapon to make him split. Once he splits, here's exactly what you gotta do, is exactly to what I'm doing in my game, and it's to pull out your Die Wonder weapon, and you want to just start sucking him with the Ring of Fire, and if you do that, then he's gone like that. So honestly, this is all you really got to do for the Megaton for these early rounds, all the way up until 40, all the way up until 52, and then at 52 I will be showing you guys how to kill the Megaton if you are worried about the zombies, because I know they can like insta-down you at times. So I will be showing you guys how to kill the Megaton at 52, and honestly, the only reason why I died in my game at 52 as well was just because, you know, my brain just wasn't really working, because, you know, I was just, you know, I just came up with the strategy. Honestly, I didn't really expect to get as high as I did, and to come up with such a thorough strategy. And yeah, essentially this is the way that you kill the Megaton. First, you got to split him with a die, which takes a little bit, but once you split him, use the Ring of Fire as I did, and then the Megaton's just gone like that, because he really can't do anything. But I would recommend, you know, going around him, trying to maneuver, because, you know, you don't really want to get hit by him, because, you know, he can insta-down you, even, which makes literally no sense to how he can, like, two-hit you still when he's in a weaker state. That doesn't really make sense. I can understand if it's like they both hit you and then that gets you down to half health, which makes sense, right? But, you know, I just don't understand it. But essentially that's the way to take out the Megatons, and that is it for right now. So now I will begin to show you guys how to kill the Megaton in 52, and also I would recommend getting monkey bombs. And also, if you guys are seeing, I'm showing you guys a strategy, and yes, you can still train at knocked. So like when you're done using the Die Wonder weapon, just hoard them up at knocked, and then you can basically just leave, as I did in this gameplay. And that's essentially all you really got to do. You just got to hoard them up, and especially with the War Machine, just keep rebuying it, and then, you know, you're just slaying them. But I will be showing you guys how to kill them at 52, and you just want to go around by quick revive, and once you're by quick revive, remember, get yourself a monkey bomb for this, because I even said that early on in the video. Make sure you get a monkey bomb. Monkey bombs are going to be really crucial for this strategy, especially like say if you take a dumb down and you're like, dang it, just throw a monkey bomb, then you can easily rebuy yourself res and everything. And if you have to, and if you want to take out the Megaton too, throw a monkey bomb, and like say you split in half, right? You know, as I said, just throw a monkey bomb, and then once you split in half, use your Ring of Fire, because then none of the zombies will be going after you, only the Megaton will, so then you can easily take out the Megaton, and then voila, he's gone. So that's just to help you guys out, because, you know, some people really don't know like the emphasis on the monkey bomb in this game. The monkey bomb is really overpowered, and he helps you so much, because like say if you're like, oh, I gotta go buy a self-res, but the zombies are going really fast, well, guess what, just throw a monkey bomb and then you're set. But make sure you don't throw a monkey bomb in a bad situation, and you're just able to get out of there. Like say if you're in knock 2 and all of the zombies somehow manage to block off every single area, and it's dumb how they can do that. Or a Megaton just starts to walk inside of Noct, and once that happens, you literally just have to throw a monkey, and then you just gotta get out of there. Just throw a monkey bomb, and then you can just walk out of there, and then you're done. That's essentially it. And just basically get a monkey bomb is what I'm saying. It doesn't use any of your salvage for getting a war machine, so it's definitely worthwhile. And I would definitely conserve your monkey bombs as well, because you know you really just do need them. And now that I'm done putting emphasis on monkey bombs, I probably said monkey bombs like 5 or 20 times, right around there. But now I'll be showing you guys how to kill the Megaton. So to kill the Megaton, get yourself up on top of Noct. Now if you're like, wait, how did you get there without buying that one door that you said not to buy earlier? Well, if you go all the way around to Quick Revive like I did in my gameplay, and then you can just press X to buy that one wall, and that wall will explode, and then you can just go on top of Noct, and it's as simple as that. But once you're on top of Noct, wait until the zombies get there. I would hoard up for a little bit, but don't hoard up for too long, as I did, because, you know, you're just gonna down. And because of the chopper gunner just sucks, honestly. At times, the chopper gunner will just say not available for some reason when it's clearly right there on your screen. So that's really dumb, and I just don't like that. But essentially, you just want to pop out the chopper gunner on top of Noct, and then you can just go and take out the Megaton like that. And the reason why you have to get on top of Noct in order to do this is because this is the only area where the Megaton will not be stupid and he won't just, you know, completely run away. And that's a major problem when trying to do the strategy. Also, once you get to this round, all you really got to do is, you know, make sure you kill the zombies behind you, and that way you could just have enough area to maneuver and to throw your monkey bomb once it's done. And also, you shouldn't be going down at all. Honestly, if it gets too hectic and you know that there's way too much zombies in there, like I'd say even 4 or 5, you know, just use your chopper gunner, then you should be able to take out the Megaton, and he shouldn't really be a nuisance, and then you could just easily kill the zombies. But essentially, once you get to this round, just take out the Megaton and make sure you kill the zombies behind you, because if you don't kill the zombies behind you, as you saw in my game, I just downed. And once you're done with that, just throw a monkey bomb, walk out of there, and then you can just continue the strat as normal. But yeah, that's mainly it for the strategy. Let me know if this high round strategy worked for you guys, because, you know, I'm trying to make sure that this strat is authentic and it goes well in your guys' games. And then you should be able to get to round 100, because, you know, once you get to round 40, essentially the rounds are just the same, and there's not really a change to the strategy. And if that doesn't work, of you guys getting on top of Noct and the Megaton's just broken and he just walks out of the map again, if that still happens, then I would just recommend not using the chopper gunner, and I would just, you know, just kill him the first way, because that honestly seems like it's a lot easier. At least in my game it was, and I would just wait until the end of the round, because the rounds are honestly pretty short. But yeah, honestly, that's the only way you gotta kill him. Just get on top of Noct. Make sure you throw your monkey bomb once you're done with that, because, you know, you need to get monkey bombs for the strategy, and then you should be. If you're having problems with the Megaton, just let me know, because he's honestly not that big of a nuisance to deal with in the higher rounds. Just gotta split him the way I did. Just, you know, split them in 2, and then you can also kill him with his chopper gunner. So honestly, it's just a win-win for this. But mainly just focus on the Megaton. Once that's done, make sure you kill the zombies behind you as well, because, you know, sometimes they may not pop up on the radar, but you just want to kill them, and then throw your monkey bomb, walk out of there, and once you walk out of there, you can go basically back to the yard, and then you can begin the strat again. And that's essentially the strat. Anyways, I've rambled on long enough for this video, and hopefully you guys get the gist of the strat. And I even showed in the gameplay to what I do for insta-kills. You know, I just use the ray gun and I just easily kill them in the yard, because, you know, that way it's pretty authentic. But if you want to on insta-kills and you manage to get it just right, and say you get an insta-kill while in Noct, well, guess what? Just use it then, because you get an insta-kill in there, you just use your die wonder weapon, just suck them up and then just shoot. That's like the best way to kill them inside the Noct. So once you're inside the Noct and you're just murking them with insta-kills, you're gonna get kills like that. And honestly, it's just really fast to kill them in Noct. So yeah, that's pretty much a strat. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy, and until next time, as usual, have yourselves a damn good one as always, and peace out. And honestly, if you have any questions about the Megaton, he's honestly just the same as he was in the 40s, but at round 52, you just get on top of Nox, as I said, and you throw a Monkey Bomb after you're done using your Chopper Gunner, and hopefully I summarized that the best way I could. And if you're still having problems and the Megaton is really that much of a nuisance, and if he's still walking away, that's not my fault, that's Treyarch's fault because the game's broken. But if he's working as he's supposed to and he's just staying in that area to where you're at, and you guys make sure that you kill the zombies that spawn behind you, and they may not show up on the radar, but you can still kill them. Just make sure that you're doing the strat right, and yeah, that's pretty much a strat. Anyways, until next time, as usual, have yourselves a damn good one as always, and if you could, please leave a like and subscribe for more content, because this video took me forever to make. It took me like a good 5 to 6 hours, and it's already at the 20-minute mark, so that doesn't show how much dedication I have, especially for the strat. Like, I took so much unnecessary downs trying to learn the strat, especially just, cycling through the strat, and just training the zombies, and, going inside of Noct, and I was trying to, train there for a few rounds, which it worked for one round, but then I noticed that it didn't really work that well because the zombie would spawn in from the right side. But, if you could find something out to just, be able to just train inside of Noct, that may work really well as well, so who knows. But yeah, that's mainly it for this strategy. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe, because this video did take me a while to make, and I don't really release videos this long. They're usually only 10-minute videos, but I exceeded my own expectations with this one, because I was trying to be authentic with it. I was trying to make sure I got everything in there, and I even repeated some things just to make sure that I didn't miss out on anything. But anyways, peace out, and until next time, as usual, I've already done my outro, so